It's been a very long time since Nissan launched the first generation Navara in South Africa. At the time, it was the first of the larger US-inspired pickups to reach our shores, and it made its stablemate, the hardbody, look almost dainty. Now there's a brand new second generation Navara, and again, this vehicle breaks new ground. It will need every bit of innovation and capability it can muster, because the double cab leisure market has become a ruthless battlefield, contested by some extremely competent protagonists. Chief among those are the Ford Ranger and the Toyota Hilux, with Volkswagen's Amarok also a popular leisure vehicle choice. The new Navara is a late arrival, but then so were the Hilux and the new recently launched Mitsubishi Triton. The question is whether the Navara has enough on offer to rekindle old loyalties while also making new friends. It's certainly handsome enough. It has its own interpretation of the typical Nissan inverted grille design, which you'll know from the X-Trail and also the upcoming facelifted Qashqai, together with these LED headlights, which are a segment first and add a sort of a piercing, almost aggressive look to the vehicle. There's lots of chrome, which adds some bling to the Navara's muscular proportions. It stands tall with a ride height in excess of 220mm, but the designers have also tried to make the usually boxy double cab shape look more athletic by endowing the newcomer with scalloped flanks, a lower roofline and a narrower side glass aperture. Wheel sizes and exterior execution depend on model, with a double cab offered in both midline SE and highline LE versions. Our test unit is the top spec LE, which means it rides on 18-inch wheels and gets all the shiny extras. Get behind the wheel of this new Nissan Navara and you could be forgiven for thinking that you just got into a luxury SUV. There's nothing utilitarian about the execution. The materials are smart, the quality is tactile, and there are these very nice silver metallic accents as well. The dashboard dominated by this full-color touchscreen display, which offers access to a full suite of infotainment features. The system includes sat-nav, audio, Bluetooth telephony and audio streaming, USB connectivity and more. A multifunction steering wheel frames the clear analog instrument dials, while the extended standard features list includes electric windows and mirrors, remote central locking, front and rear aircon, cruise control and more. It may be a bucky, but there's no compromise on safety features. The Navara offers 7 airbags as standard, together with a raft of active systems that includes dynamic stability control, ABS brakes and, in the case of the LE, hill start assist and hill descent control. For all its luxury SUV-style pretensions, the Navara is still a bucky, and a bucky needs to be able to carry a decent load. Nissan have stretched this load bay, made it deeper as well, and the result is a capacity of 1,063 litres, while the payload is a full 1 tonne. That should go some way towards proving that the Navara's other important new feature hasn't softened up the big off-roader. The traditional leaf spring rear suspension of the previous generation has made way for a 5-link coil spring suspension. The benefits are substantially improved ride refinement and comfort, as well as more accurate handling, especially at speed. Given that most Navaras will spend a significant amount of time on tar, the added refinement will be welcome, but does it compromise the big Nissan's off-road capability? The new Navara is unexpectedly refined and composed on the road and handles off-road conditions with great competence too. The 5-link rear suspension makes a big difference in terms of ride refinement, and you don't have that funny jitteriness that you very often experience with 1-tonne buckies. As far as off-road capability is concerned, this car has excellent approach and departure angles, also a very good ramp over angle, and together with a 4-wheel drive system and low range, there are not that many places this vehicle won't go. The 4x4 transfer case incorporates what Nissan calls an active brake limited slip differential system, or ABLS. It uses the brakes to manage the power delivery between the front and rear axles and between the left and right of the vehicle, depending on traction and speed. The result is a no-fuss, utterly easy-to-use 4x4 system that tackles hostile terrain with a certain level of glee and makes even novice 4x4 drivers look like masters of the art, especially with so much urge on offer. All 3 of the models in the new Navara range share the same brand new high-tech 2.3-litre twin-turbodiesel engine. It's rated at 140 kilowatt of maximum power, backed up by 450 newton meters of torque. And as I said, it has 2 turbos, a smaller one that spins up quickly at lower engine speeds, and a larger, more powerful one that sustains that power all the way up the rev range. The twin-turbo configuration is meant to ensure a linear power delivery with little in the way of turbo lag.
in practice, Nissan seems to have done its homework. The engine pulled strongly from the word go, reaching max torque at just 1500 RPM and cruising effortlessly at the legal limit. With no load on board, turbo lag was notably absent. Straight-line performance is sprightly for a big double-cab 4x4 bucky too. In manual form as tested here, the 0 to 100 dash is dispatched in under 11 seconds and top speed is in excess of 180 kilometers an hour. The new engine is mated to a choice of 6-speed manual or 7-speed automatic gearboxes, while the 4-wheel drive system features selectable low range and on-the-fly switching between 4x2 and 4x4 high range at speeds of up to 100 kilometers an hour.
The new Nissan Navara ticks all the important boxes. That high-tech twin-turbodiesel engine has more than enough power and torque. The 5-link rear suspension is not only innovative but also provides decent comfort and very good handling, and the interior is spacious and almost SUV-like in terms of its execution. It's very smooth on tar and excellent in 4x4 conditions as well. Best of all, the pricing is very competitive.
The specs certainly suggest that the new Navara has what it takes to tackle the class leaders. Loads of twin-turbodiesel power, a choice of manual or auto gearboxes, an innovative rear suspension, and a spacious cabin filled to the brim with kit. A big load box and impressive all-terrain talent add to the appeal of the Navara package. Even so, it will need to work hard to re-establish itself as a top choice in a tough segment.